Welcome back to the Full Time Ultras. It's been a while since we've put out a video. We all needed a little bit of a recharge since especially the Euros got over. But we are back and we are back to cover the Premier League, the much awaited season of English football. And what better way to start out with reviewing the new kits, the new home kits of the 20 teams that will be playing in the Premier League. Reviewing new kits for me is basically, it's like a start of, a new season, because that's where, all the anticipation and all the joy for the upcoming season kicks off. So that is why we thought that let's go ahead and look at the home kits. Of course, we'll also be talking about the away and the third kits in the future videos. So stay tuned for that. But most importantly, the last time when we were with you guys, we were way below 500 subscribers, but as of now we have crossed 800 subscribers. 840 we are at the moment. So like we said on our Instagram channel, a promise is a promise. We promised that we're going to do a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers, but the surge of subscribers, thanks to you guys, has been so much that we've overshot our targets, and we are way ahead of that milestone. So thank you for all you guys who have subscribed. But the giveaway is coming soon. Stay tuned to our socials on Instagram. All the details will be put up over there. So follow us on Instagram and make sure that you're already subscribed to the channel, because those two are surely going to be big guidelines as to how you have to enter the giveaway. So stay tuned. It's going to be a big one, and you have a very, very big chance to win one of those prizes. So yeah, follow us for more. But without that, we'll get started with the video, Raghav.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get straight into it. And the first team that we're going to look at is Arsenal. We're going alphabetical. We're going in alphabetical order. So we
not really, because I'm going to say what I said to you before.
This is my.
This guy has not gone with the alphabetical order. He's changed it. We will realize it later, and I'll point it out as well. Let's go.
This is my alphabetical order. So let's
No,
start.
it's not. The alphabetical order is alphabetical order.
Nah, let's start with Arsenal first. So
okay, that's also fair, because this is the only place they can be first.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. The old joke, but let's carry on. Arsenal, they've gone. Of course, we've seen this kit before, because they won it. They wore it, I think, on the last day.
I don't.
No,
think
they didn't. They didn't. Sorry,
They
didn't wear it on the last day. But it was one of the kits that was released.
Yeah, it was
early.
released early. Yeah.
So we got a fair look at it, and a lot of time to digest how this kit looks. It's a big difference from last year. They went with the gold trim, but this year they've gone to they've stuck with a blue trim.
Yeah.
What do you make of this kit overall?
I think I kind of like this kit because it looks simple, but the simple look has a pretty elegant look to it. It's simple, but it looks elegant to me. So, and I also kind of like the badge, the badge that they've gone with. It's not the traditional Arsenal badge.
That's a massive change. Yeah, this is the first time they normally did it on the third kit.
Yeah, they've done for 2 years. They've done it on the third kit. This is the first time they've gone with it on a home kit.
Yeah,
and I think I like that. And the white, that it just specifies that Arsenal have always gone for a white on their home kit, and that badge also is something that attracted me. So it's a pretty solid kit for me.
Yeah, I think it's a very solid kit as well. I think because with Arsenal you tend with home kits, it's so difficult to make home kits stand out because you're working with traditional colors.
Correct.
So with Arsenal, I think the addition of those blue stripes, the blue hints in this kit, kind of makes it a little bit different.
Correct.
I'm mixed. I don't mind the badge. I think I always believe that you should have the entire. I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. I believe you should always have the entire badge, but I don't mind it. It's a very good touch, and it's a very, very solid kit. What would you rate it out of 10?
I'll give it a 7.
You give it a 7.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 7.
It's a very solid kit. I'll go one more than you. For me, it's a 8 out of 10. So a very, very solid effort from Adidas, again with Arsenal, like they always do. The next team we're going to move on to is Aston Villa, Raghav. So Aston Villa had their fair share of problems last year with Castore, with their kits like tearing off and the sweat issues and everything. So like Newcastle, who we'll talk about later, they have decided to switch.
Wasn't it Puma?
Who?
Villa.
No, Villa were Castore.
Castore,
well.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So like Newcastle, they have also decided to switch to Adidas. And this is Aston Villa's first effort from Adidas. What are your general thoughts on the jersey?
I think it looks pretty decent to me, because I don't see any real innovation in it, because you see the badge. It's the same. Like it looks like they've gone traditional. They've
They
not.
have changed their badge though a little bit.
I don't
Like
think so. I
they
haven't
have
seen
a
that.
little. There's a big change in the badge.
Okay.
I know what you're trying to say. It looks similar,
Yeah,
but
it
the
looks-
badge has changed.
Okay. So yeah, it might have, but it looks pretty simple to me, and it's okay. It's not a standout kit for me,
Hmm.
but it's like as you said, you're playing with traditional colors, and you want to keep the traditional color intact. So
Hmm.
yeah, they've gone with that, and it's a good kit. It's a decent kit for me.
For me, it's a very solid. I think for a first effort, it's a solid kit.
Yeah.
Like when you normally change sponsors, the first thing the sponsor wants to do with their first kit is they don't want to
Tinker
try
much.
and tinker
Yeah.
and do much to it.
Yeah,
They want to
yeah.
keep it as simple and classy as possible.
Yeah.
So I think it's a solid effort. Like I really like the claret in it. I think it's a very dark claret, and I think obviously it goes very well with the blue. So I think it's nothing, like you said. I agree with you. It's nothing. It's not very special, but I think it's a very very solid kit. It's a good 7 on 10 for me.
I'll go with a 5. Like it's okay. It's okay for me. Like
5 is like average.
average. Yeah, it's average for me.
Okay,
Like,
I feel it's much more than that. I think it'll look good on the field. And I'm a sucker for like good traditional kits. So yeah, I think 7 on 10 for me. So the next club we'll move on to is AFC Bournemouth. AFC, that's why you wanted it first.
I mean,
AFC is Arsenal Football Club, so it should.
I mean, no, that like, I mean, the viewers. I'll let it down for the viewers that I don't know, man. I'm not arguing with this guy anymore because I've had my fair share of arguments on WhatsApp. Not doing it again on camera.
No silly polls, but let's go. Let's move on to this jersey, Raghav. I'll give my thoughts first. It's a very very nice kit. I like the effort from Bournemouth, from Umbro in this one
Yeah.
is very solid.
Yeah.
But the only thing in this kit that puts me off is the sponsor.
It's a very unfortunate sponsor.
It's a very like if there are a lot of trolls on Twitter where you can literally, and even the 8-8 are very big interpretations of what it could be. That's for you to imagine. Like I'm not going to spell it out because YouTube. But yeah, like overall, I do like the collar. I'm a very big fan of like high
Good
crew
collars,
necks,
yeah.
and especially high crew necks,
Yeah.
like the thick high
Okay,
crew necks.
yeah.
I'm a good fan. I'm a big fan of that. Umbro generally tend to make very good traditional kits, and I love Umbro as a brand. They've done the kit is fantastic, but it's the sponsor that entirely ruins this jersey. You put a Fly Emirates on this, and this is one of the standout
kits ever.
jerseys, in the
Exactly.
Premier League. So, and exactly, there's also not much you can do with stripes.
Yeah.
So the gold,
Exactly.
the addition of gold in that makes it look pretty good.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the sponsor, man. It ruins it for me. I'll give it a 6 on 10.
I'll go with an 8 on 10 because this jersey looks really good.
Okay.
Like the visual appeal for me is that gold color, the gold lining that they've done.
Pinstriping
the
between
pin-
the
yeah.
stripes, yes.
So that detailing, that's really appealing for me. That looks really appealing to me, and hence I've gone with an 8 on 10. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, for me, I think the kit is overall solid, but the sponsor just takes it away. It's it's distracting because the sponsor is the part of the kit. So yeah, and I
Totally
think that's
understand.
where our disagreements are going to start soon, because the next one we are moving on to is Brighton and Hove Albion. Again with stripes, like I was just saying, you cannot do much with stripes. You either make them too large or you make them too fine. But overall, like my impression about the Brighton kit, this one is I quite like it. I don't know why, because I think the one thing that stands out for me is the pinstripes in between the stripes, the white one. I think it's very very classic. I was not a big fan of their effort last season. It wasn't a very good kit. But American Express, I think, is a sponsor that complements their home kit very well. The colors of the sponsor as well. So all in all, for me, it's a very very decent kit. I will go with a 6.5, 7. Okay, I'll go with 7 on 10. I think it's a good kit.
I seriously didn't like this kit on first viewing because like when I saw this kit and I compared it to last season, they've gone a shade lighter. The blue has gone a shade lighter.
Yeah. That's what I think I like.
No, I didn't like that because the dark
like the
shade.
darker blue.
I like the darker one. So that's why like it's like the darker looked more appealing to me and it looked more aesthetically like how do I say, not aesthetic, but when you look it out look on the pitch, like the players wearing the darker blue kits, it looked better.
You're
for
just a
me.
fan of a darker blue shade.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Yeah, I mean,
all. Yeah. But I think there's something different in this. So yeah, I gave it a 7. What would you rate
I'll
it?
go for a 4.
4.
Yeah,
That's
It's-
not a 4.
it's a 4 for me.
So you're saying a dark blue will make it stand out, and a light blue makes
It's
it
not
4.
appealing for me. That's it. Like, you want honest reviews and about the kit and this is
But
it.
that's not a okay. Fair enough. Take it. That's I know.
The
it's
lighter shade
it's
is a turn off
subjecting.
for me. Like I didn't like it. Like you go a shade lighter and like the darker shade, like it looked better. Last season's kit was better for me.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. 4 on 10. That's I feel it's a bit harsh, but we'll move on to the next one. We are looking at Brentford. Now, Raga, Brentford have go with this ideology that they don't change their home kit.
Yeah.
So they've decided to keep their home kit. They do it for a 2-year cycle, so that their fans don't end up spending
More and more. Yeah.
more for another kit every year. So the home kit they always keep the same. So they've decided to stick with the same home kit. I wasn't a big fan of it last year as well, and it's a okayish kit. Again for me the sponsor ruins it completely. But overall, like the black and the red is quite okay because also another striped kit. So the tinge with the black coming up is a little bit so. But yeah, it's a very average kit for me. I'll go a little bit generous and go 6 on 10.
Seriously,
I'll go
6 on 10.
Yeah,
For
this is
this?
a 6 on 10.
You went 7 for Brighton and you've gone 6 for
Yeah,
this.
because the
This
Brighton
is this is
because
better than this.
The Brighton kit is much better than this.
Are you kidding me? Like
It's much better than this.
look at how can you be serious about this? Like look at the black color on the kits and the side black looks so good on this kit. It looks so good, man. I really like this kit.
It's not better. Like, let us know, guys. Which kit is better? Is the Brighton one better or is the Brentford one better? Let us know in the comments below.
We'll even put a poll and on the riots we have
Yeah.
during this video on Insta and as well as YouTube.
yeah.
And
But
just let us know. Like
there's
I seriously don't know how it's a 6 for this guy and
it's a 6. Brighton
think,
is an easy 7.
I don't know, man. I love this kit because the red going into the black it's something that I really liked. Like the black shade downwards. It was really nice, and the side detailing black as well. It's something I really liked, and I've gone for a 9. It's for me, it's a 9, man. It's a really good kit. Such a good kit.
How can this?
It's such a good kit.
9 on 10 is a perfect kit. Do you think this is 9 on 10 is nearly a perfect kit?
Yes, it's really a perfect kit for me. It
Look
is.
at the sponsor. It's horrible.
Yeah,
The sponsors are. It does. The sponsors.
But the
appeal-
detailing on the side and the black shade downwards is so good.
But overall, when you're looking at the kit, you're looking at whether the look of the sponsor enhances the jersey or no.
But that's not something that's for me. I look at the overall jersey, and the overall detailing and the jersey is good for me. For you, it's American Express and the like Hollywood bets are a turn off. It's not. For me, if the color is
If
good,
this United jersey said Pan Parag, if that United jersey said Pan Parag with a horrible dirty logo, that would not make this jersey, which we voted a 10, to a bloody 6.
yeah, it will be. But it has to be that bad. The Hollywood bets is not making it look so bad. For me,
Let us know.
it's not looking so bad. It's good. It's
cannot-
really good.
I cannot. We still have a lot of
The
disagreements.
Hollywood bets is not making it as bad as going a shade. Like Brighton have just changed the whole color scheme. They have not. They've basically gone. It's a good kit.
Let us know. But I think one kit which we are surely going to agree to is the next one.
Yes.
Is Chelsea's effort.
Just 1 minute. Before we go forward with this kit, I've been given a special message to read out
Okay.
because it's from someone who couldn't make it to the shoot today. Our in-house Chelsea fan Aditya. Because and I quote, this is Aditya's opinion about the kit. It looks nothing like flames. It's more like abstract art or paint being mixed. The only thing burning are my eyes.
Yeah.
So this is the Chelsea fans' opinion about this jersey, and we go ahead.
That's the whole thing about this jersey. It was as soon as the leaked pictures also came out, people were like, what enmity does Nike have with Chelsea? Like
The half and half kit.
And what bloody makes it worse is that the shorts are also of the same pattern. I'm like, okay,
It's
the
so
kit
bad,
is fine.
man. It's
Like,
so bad.
you put a normal blue shorts on
Yeah,
it. It
exactly.
still makes it look slightly better.
Exactly.
And they went on and even they did the shots of that same pattern. Actually looks pretty comical. And I'm not a big fan of, on home kits when they try to change the home kit combination color. So if you look at this one over here, they made it, iridescent,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they put that orange thing. That's not your home crest.
Yeah,
that
correct.
you do it on an away kit where
On a
you
third
have
kit.
on a third or an
Yeah.
away where you have more freedom. But
Exactly.
this is your home kit.
Correct.
You have to stay true to the
Correct.
home crest of
Correct.
the colors. And
Correct.
if this was my team and if Nike was doing that, I would be very, very annoyed. Chelsea can only pray that the sponsor is a little bit better, whoever they're going to have. Otherwise, if it's that same Infinite Athlete, it makes it look
It's gone.
worse. I don't know what's the sponsor situation over there, but I think this is a horrible kit. I'll be generous and say 3 on 10.
Why be generous, man? This is a bloody 2 on 10 for me. It's a
Yes,
2 on
yeah,
10.
it's
Like
a-
it's so bad. I think they just gone for a. There's a hypnosis angle to it. The players will look into the jersey, they'll get hypnotized, and Chelsea can win more matches.
I think Chelsea, you guys really need to look at what the design team at Nike is doing. Yeah, I don't know what enmity they have. Maybe the design team are Arsenal fans. That's why they're
Exactly.
doing it. So
Arsenal, Spurs, take a pick.
we're going to move on to the other side of London with Crystal Palace, and it's a very, very jazzy jersey, I would say.
It's so good.
It's so good, I heard.
It is.
Go on, tell us why it's so good.
It looks so classy, man. Like it's like you say jazz, but the designing you can easily mess up these things,
Yes.
but they have not. They've managed to make the design look good and come out really well with the colors that Palace have,
Yeah.
and with the traditional Palace for these colors. Palace have a red and a blue. They have these striped jerseys.
Yeah.
They're known for their home kits, are known for that, and they've kept the tradition as well as added some jazz to it. So that's why it's a really, really good kit, and the sponsor guy right here, the sponsor is also making it look good. Yeah,
What's your? I'll give you my take, but what do you rate it?
it's a 10 for me.
It's a 10.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the first perfect 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 for me.
Okay. I kept saying that there is nothing you can do much with stripes, right?
Yeah,
But Macron over here, I've gone and shown that you can make
exactly.
something with stripes, and the jersey is fantastic. I'm not a fan of the shorts though, but
They could have gone plain.
They could have gone plain. It would have looked much better.
Yeah.
But we are solely judging it on the jersey over here as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic effort.
Really good,
Absolutely
really good
fantastic.
kit.
I love this jersey. I can see it's something so different. It's
Exactly.
something so
Exactly.
striking. Wearing it on a green pitch would
Exactly.
absolutely look fantastic.
Exactly.
I agree with you, man. For me, it's a 10 on 10. It's
such a good
It's
kit.
something so different for a home kit to see.
Such a good kit.
The patterns. It's a 10 on 10. It's a perfect jersey. I think even the sponsor is not that bad. It enhances the overall
Yeah.
look of the jersey. Absolutely fantastic effort. 10 on 10. We'll move on to Everton, who've had a sponsor change of their own. They've now got Castore, showing how much turmoil the team is in. They are in turmoil financially,
Behind the
and they've
scenes.
also got a horrible kit sponsor to come on, where they've also seen their logos officially coming out of their jersey. So welcome to Castore. But Everton,
I have a Castore jersey at home.
oh yeah, you have the
Leverkusen home.
I'll give my quick thoughts. It's not a bad kit.
Yeah.
It's a really good effort. I do like
Exactly.
the gradient
Yeah.
behind. The collar as well is very, very striking.
Exactly.
I do
Yeah.
like the collar. It enhances the kit so much, that
Yep.
collar. It's a very, very steady effort. And the stake.com as well, it's a very pleasing sponsor to the
Yeah.
eye. So it does enhance the overall look of the jersey. It's a solid kit, I think. It's a 7 on 10 for me.
I completely agree. Like this, the design, like it's really enhancing the jersey, and it's coming out the way they envisioned it. But I think wearing a Castore jersey is more challenging than actually seeing a Castore jersey.
That's very well put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I agree with it. It's a 7 on 10 for me as well.
Yeah. We'll move on to Fulham, and here's the introduction for our first template kit of this edition of home kits. Yeah, Adidas like they generally tend to do okay with jerseys, but come on, yeah, Fulham. I know Fulham are bland as a team, but
This is too
just
bad.
do something to spice
This
up.
is too bad.
It's just like it's so basic. It's not horrible, but at this point you pay so much of money for
Exactly.
such a big team to design your kits.
Exactly.
You can ask for at least a gradient or
Yeah,
something on the
something
kit
like
to
that.
make it stand out. It's just like a basic polo.
And the
jersey,
white just makes it even worse because any other color than
Yeah.
white, a plain looks good. But on a white, a plain on a white it makes it worse.
Yeah,
Like
and
you need something on a white.
I'm not also a big fan of the
Red
red
stripes,
say,
yeah,
red
yeah,
thing.
it's-
It does nothing to enhance the jersey that
It looks
much.
out
you
of place. It
know.
looks out of
A
place
little
for
bit,
me.
yeah, but it does nothing. I would have liked
Exactly.
a little bit more red on this jersey.
Yeah.
It's a very, very standard effort from Adidas.
Yeah.
Disappointing. 5 on 10 for me.
Same. I agree. It's a 5 on 10 for me.
Yeah, we said it's very it's not bad. It's not horrible by any chance. So the next kit we are looking at and we'll move on to is Ipswich Town, the new boys in the Premier League. They are another team that are also sponsored by Umbro. What are your thoughts, Raghav, on the jersey?
It's like I'm not a big fan of this kit because first of all the sponsor, what the hell is that? It's an Ed Sheeran concert.
Yeah, he's
Like,
been sponsoring
Yeah.
them.
So yeah, it looks like that, and it doesn't. And the design that they've tried with the lining, the stripes, and like they've not been successful with it. And yeah, it's very average for me, like pretty average. I have not many thoughts on this, but it's a pretty average kit for me.
What's your ranking?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
4.
It's a
Okay.
4 for me.
I don't think it's a 4. Yeah, I do agree that the sponsor does kind of take it back a little bit. But
Yeah.
I am a fan of the pinstripes on the jersey. I like the Umbro, the red that they have in the middle of the Umbro. The Ipswich crest is very pretty. It's not a 4. I would say 5. It's average for me. It's 5 on 10 for me.
4 or 5, like
5
it's
on
okay.
10. So decent effort by Umbro. But yeah, it could have been a little bit better. But I think the sponsor, yeah. But if Ed Sheeran's giving them money, you cannot do
Yeah, you
anything. You
can
just put it on. Next team, another template effort. We move on to Leicester City. These guys are former champions as well, right? They've come back to the Premier League. And when you come back to the Premier League, I don't think this is the jersey. Like, you want more,
Exactly.
You want more from Adidas.
Any
And
day.
it's so basic, There's
Any day.
nothing going on in this kit. It's just a basic blue kit. They've pasted on the
Like, they put the
sponsor,
sponsors, they put the Adidas, and they
logo,
put the
done.
logo and done.
Khatam. And it's a template jersey.
Exactly.
There's nothing that
There's
makes
nothing
this kit stand out. I cannot see. There's no gradient or anything in this jersey. It's a very, very standard effort. And it's at this point, as a Premier League team, there has to be a little bit something of the club. Some history to borrow
Exactly.
from. Very, very 4 on 10 for me.
I'm gonna go because that Pac-Man in the middle is just just making it worse for me. Like, what is that? The sponsor is also so big, and they've not tried to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go even lower. It's a 2 on 10 for me. That's
Yeah.
how bad it's for.
I kind of know where it's just basically frustration as to
Yeah.
you don't want to see kits like that.
There's
We
nothing.
move on to Liverpool next. Interesting jersey, I would say. It's again an effort by Nike. You want to go first?
Yeah, actually, I kind of like this kit. It's a really good kit, and it's classic Liverpool, I would say. Like they've gone with this, design and this kind of template. Like, not template, but it's this kind of effort that they put, that they want to have something. Nike is trying to do something with it, and the collar as well is something that's appealing to me.
Okay.
Like, they've done well with the collar for me, and yeah, and that LFC logo is coming out, and the standard chartered has been there for a pretty long time, and yeah, it's a really good kit for me.
For me, I think it's not the worst. It's not bad. I wouldn't say that this kit is bad. I just feel there's too much going around on this kit because the collar is very, very striking. Plus the design, the pattern on that, I think it's a little bit very, like, it's too much for me.
Yeah.
A little bit too much
Mm.
for me. I'm not saying it's a bad kit. For me, either you either do that collar or you do the print. That's what I would like as a I know a lot of Liverpool fans like this. It's not their worst effort, but it's okay. Like
Yeah, it's good. It's really good, and it's striking me well. Like because like if you go into the detail, then there's something. But if you look, if I'm looking at it from a distance, the designs are coming out. Like it's showing what they wanted to.
yeah,
And
there's
the designs
effort
are-
in this.
yeah, there's effort in this. They've
Yeah.
done something.
And
They've
maybe
tried to do
this,
something.
this might grow on me. Like it might grow on you
Yeah.
as the team
Yeah,
plays.
exactly. That's what.
But as of now, like
If
I
you
just
watch
feel-
them, watch them wear and play in this
Exactly.
kit, it might grow on you.
yeah.
It's a good kit for me.
At the moment, I'm on a 7 on 10 for me.
I'll go with a 9. It's a really good kit for me.
Okay,
At
I
first
can
viewing,
kind
yeah.
of see where that is because a lot of people, a lot of Liverpool fans, like I said,
Even the
they-
collar, like it's really striking
something
for me.
different.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, maybe it might grow on me. Let us know what do you make of that. We'll move on to the champions, of course, Manchester City. They've been sponsored by Puma for a long time. They have the sky blue accent as well. Not much change in this jersey. Like, of course, they've bought the navy blue back. Last time it was white and sky blue. There wasn't much of a contrast in the last jersey. But this time they've decided to keep it plain in the middle.
Yeah.
Last time they had a gradient, those
Yeah.
arrowish, chevronish gradient. But they've decided to keep it plain as the jersey, and they've decided to add the the print to the collars.
Correct.
What do you make on this?
I think it's pretty solid kit for me. Like they've made it well, and the sleeve, the sleeve design is also the collar is something like they could have avoided if they went for the same. The collar and sleeve designs are
yes.
same.
Okay, I actually
Yeah,
don't
that's-
mind that. Yeah.
But the sleeve design is something on that design on the sleeve is something it's something that took me like it took my attention. Like okay, this is something different they've done with this kit. Yeah, it's a solid kit, like the traditional navy blue.
Yeah.
They've not deterred from it, and they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah. For me as well, I think it's a solid kit. Because I was not a big fan of the kit last year because I feel white on navy blue is you don't have much contrast.
Yeah,
But I think when they add the navy to it, it makes the kit pop out. I am a fan of the design on the collar and on the sleeves. So
Yeah.
I think it's a solid kit. I think it looks good on the field. I've seen a few pictures of them wearing it on field. It's a solid effort. I think 8 on 10 for me.
8 on 10?
8 on 10 for me. Yes.
Wow. I'll go with the 7.
7 on 10.
Yeah, 7 on 10. Good kit.
Yeah. We'll move on to the red half of Manchester. Manchester United with a change in sponsor this year. They've gone with Snapdragon. And yeah, I'll quickly give my thoughts about this jersey. It's a very, very it's a very decent effort from Adidas. They've kept it simple, and actually we do have a hands-on look at this jersey because I was able
Pick
to
it up.
pick it up for myself because as a United fan I always do pick up a red jersey when the
Yeah.
sponsors change, so I do that, and I've also picked it up in a long sleeve version.
I'll just help you with it.
So yeah, this is the jersey. So we have managed to get a good look at the jersey. Raghav, your quick thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's such a good kit, man. I really really love this kit. Like basically just if you hold it up,
Yeah,
like this bottom half, like
it's darker.
it's darker,
Hmm.
and it's really bringing out, and it's not a plain color,
Yeah,
and the
It-
side
it
designs
gets
as
redder
well.
as
Yeah.
it goes on top.
So if either side you look it from,
yeah.
it's a good kit. It's a really good kit, and it's a good effort. And this side design as well.
What
is
do
something
you
is
make of
striking.
the orange?
It's orange is a bit turning off, but like
Really?
it is okay. It is fine, but it's not great. But the center design is so good. They've done such a good job, and the Snapdragon as well.
Yeah.
The sponsor is enhancing the jersey. There are some kids that like the sponsors do not have
Yeah.
jersey.
The Snapdragon is a very Vodafone white.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's doing such a good, and I think they've taken inspiration from that.
Yeah.
Like when we used to wear Vodafone, like
Yeah,
I think
a little bit.
yeah,
Yes, the jersey
That's-
does
that's
borrow a
one,
little bit.
yeah.
Even the collar as
exactly.
well.
That's one.
What's your rating of this?
It's a 10 for me. Like
It's
such a
10.
good
you,
kit.
I mean, wait, you now just said that
Yeah.
the orange is a turn off for you, and this is a
It's
10
not
on
a
10.
turn off. I said it's okay. I didn't say it's fine, but the center view, I said it's the perfect view for me.
So
The center is like it's really good
so
for
if
me.
there's an element on the jersey which is an okay for you, how can it make it a 10 on 10?
Because the rest of the kit is good. Like I am not looking. मैं side से थोड़ी देखता हूँ यार jersey. मैं center से देखता हूँ. center se dikhta that the red is good. It's so
I
good.
do not know your metrics of how you judge an item. Like seriously. Acha,
Don't say words like item, man. What the
only
hell?
the middle looks better. But yeah, for me, I feel
That sounds wrong. Please
for
correct
me,
your
I feel
statements.
this jersey was better than this.
Yeah, plus
overall.
one. Plus
this
one.
jersey was better than this,
Plus
I
one.
feel, because
Even the designs and it's
yeah,
good. It was good.
So I had rated this as a 9 on 10 last year. But for me, this is a very steady effort as well from Adidas. I think they've done very well. I am a fan of the orange on the red. I think it gives it a different kind of pop, because we normally would add black to it, because United's colors are red, white, and black. But I think the orange does give it a different look. So I'm a fan of it as well. But I think it's not as good as the one he's wearing. So for me, I would go 8 on 10.
8. Okay, nice.
8 on 10.
Okay.
So I think it's a point lesser than
last year.
the last one. We'll move on to Nottingham Forest. Again, they're sponsored by Adidas. It's a red jersey. But the thing different is that they've got a gradient to back it up.
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
not the worst of jerseys. I'm not a fan of the sponsor. But they have had trouble finding sponsors. So they finally got one with whatever this is, Kayun.com. But it's an okay kit. Classic red, like the gradient does enhance it a little bit. I won't spend much time on this. I'll give it a 6 on 10.
6?
Yeah. 6 on 10.
It's a really solid kit for me, because I would give it, this is better than the City kit for me.
Really?
Yeah, because look at the side, like in the side, the red, like the color, that the design that they've put. It really looks good for me, and it's also in the center as well. It's not the side, but it's in the center. It's coming towards the center. Like I think it's pretty solid, and the gradient as well, as you said, it's coming out. It's making the jersey look better from afar. Like when you're watching a game on TV. I give it an 8 on 10.
8 on 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's a little bit too monotonous for me.
Yeah.
It's just complete red. That's why for me it's a 6 on 10. We move on to Newcastle United next. Again, like Aston Villa, they have been sponsored by Adidas. And all in all, another, like, it's a very safe effort. Adidas have played it very safe again with Newcastle. I don't have much thoughts about this as well. It's a very classic kit. I know Newcastle fans were, they were in a big line queuing up to get their hands on this one, because Adidas is back after a long time with respect to the retro kits that they had with, the Newcastle Pale Ale Lager, whatever. So they were very happy with the change, and I can see why they're happy. It's a very steady, solid kit.
Yeah.
There's nothing much. They haven't gone much, and they haven't tinkered that much with it. It's a very steady kit. I think it's a 7 on 10 for me.
It's a 5. Like it's very average for me, and the sponsor is just way too big for me.
What sponsor?
The sponsor,
Sela.
okay. Sela. The Sela logo is just way too big on the jersey, and it makes it look weird for me. And they just wanted to make it big enough so that it doesn't look like a prison costume. so they made it as big as possible.
So can you say that with Juventus? But that's the thing. What can you do with a striped jersey?
But I'll go with a 5 on 10.
Yeah, I think they wanted to keep it very safe.
Yeah.
For the start, they didn't want to do anything.
Adidas might do some
Next
magic.
year they might try and do something else.
It's a 5 on 10 for me.
Exactly. We move on to Southampton next. They're back into the Premier League as well, and it's another very basic effort for me from Puma. Nothing much going on into the kit. The sponsor also does not make it. It's a okay sponsor. Like it doesn't make the jersey too bad as well. But I think it's a very standard effort. Like nothing going on in the stripes. Just plain white and red. 5 on 10.
Yeah, I'll go the same. Like it's a 5 on 10 for me. Average kit. Like there's nothing striking about this. They've not tried anything.
Yeah.
It's again a template kit. Like we said with Fulham, and we're gonna say with another kit. Like so it's a 5 on 10 average for me.
Nothing much going on.
Much,
I should do a little. In fact, if you see like the gradient behind these players.
Yeah, this is better.
Bloody use that, na. Do something.
They could have done that. Actually, they could have done that.
Red,
exactly.
Make that red. Make those red stripes stand out. Like, look at what Crystal Palace have done, man. Come on, Southampton. Come on, Puma. We'll move on to Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
They're finally able to have done something different with their kit. They've in the last 2 years, it's just been white.
Yeah.
They've have decided, like their fans have been frustrated for a long time ki bhai thoda color lao yaar life.
Exactly.
So they finally added that blue accent onto their kit.
Yeah.
and they've managed to make it a little bit different. Not
Yeah.
very different, but a little bit different.
It's
What are your thoughts on this?
it's good. I really liked it. Like it's some like anything different from what Spurs have done in the past 2-3 years
Is a big change.
is a big change. and
Yeah.
and if that change is making that jersey better, then it's like good. And I also like what they've done with the sleeve, and it's something that it's really good. And the side design, like the blue that they added, they've succeeded in making it look better than what they've done. Like it's a really good kit for me.
Yeah, I don't think it's a standout like.
Not a standout, but
Yeah.
considering what we've
Considering
seen from,
what we've seen from them in the past,
Exactly.
it's a big improvement.
they've tried change and they've succeeded.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's a 7 on 10.
It's an 8 on 10 for me.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The next kit we'll move on to is West Ham United. I love this kit.
What?
I how
Are you
long?
kidding
I
me?
fucking love this kit.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
kidding me?
I know you're not gonna love it, but I love this kit. You hate it, right?
It's so bad.
Okay, go on. Tell
It's
me why
so
it's bad.
so bad. Like firstly, like just start with the badge. I can't read the West Ham United. Like who puts that like on a sky, like it's a sky blue color. Who puts the white on that? You're supposed to be able to read the club's name on the badge if it's there. Just look at this. You're able to read Manchester and United on the badge.
What about Arsenal? You said you liked what Arsenal did with their Gunners.
It's
crest.
something different, but it's
Something. But even here, if you see, you can see the hammer stand out. That's their badge.
But if it was only the hammers, I would have said something different. But they've tried writing the name of West Ham United on that, but then it's not even visible. What's the use? They would have been better off going like Arsenal, like just putting the hammers on the jersey. Like Arsenal just removed the whole badge and they put they put their logo on that, the Canon logo. They've tried making the badge with a white font with West Ham United. It's not even visible. It's not. I can't read West Ham United. How is that's so bad? That itself is, and like I don't know, man. It just looks very bad to me. It's not something Umbro have not done a good job.
Damn, I don't know how thought. How can you rate Brentford a 9 on 10?
Brentford is good. Brentford have tried something with their
If
design.
You're telling me that the Brentford kit is better than
Of
this
course it
classic
is.
shop. Okay.
What
let us
is this?
know in
What
the
is this
comments below.
classic, man?
Because
What
I
classic
will
are you
make it
talking
very clear,
about?
This is a 10 on 10 for me.
Ah.
It's an absolute 10 on 10 for me because I'll tell you why. Because Umbro have done, like, first of all, with the collar, they're fantastic with the pinstripes on the collar. If you also look at it when it's worn, it goes really, really high. So you get the retro feel of the kit. I love what they've done with the logo. They've done something different. I know you're seeing it over here, but you can't see the West Ham United, but that is not the objective. The objective is to make those hammers stand out, right? And for me, they've done it. So I would rather have, and this is a very old school design for me. It's a very old school badge, and they've made it modern. They've made the old retro design look modern. For me, it's absolutely stunning. And even what they've done with the cuffs, they've replicated the collar to the cuffs. I think it is a fun, and the even the sponsor, it adds so much to making this kit look absolutely perfect. I wouldn't change anything on this kit. It is a 10 on 10 for me.
Are you kid? Like, how can you like this kit, man? Like the badge, I'm still not convinced about the badge. Like you want to make the hammers stand out, okay, fine. But if you're trying to put the name on the badge, it should be visible. Like a layman has to read, okay, West Ham United. They have to like for a club that is not as like
Badges
it's not.
do not need to have names on it. Like,
But if you're trying to put a name, it should be visible. That's my point.
but they are not going for that. Anyway, we can go for hours and hours. But
It's
they
a
are
3
not
for me.
going- It's a 10 for me. I do not understand that how Brentford gets a 9.
Brentford is
You
good,
let us
man.
know
Like
in
just
the comments below that how a Brentford kit is 9 and how is this a 3. I just
it's a
cannot
3. Oh,
understand.
come on, guys.
When they
Like,
say
let's
taste-
just give me your
When
support
they say
because
tastes are subjective, I do not understand how it is.
it's bad.
But anyway, we'll get the reactions and definitely we'll see the winner of these two kits in the
sure.
comments below.
3, huh? The Brighton,
This is
Brentford,
a
and
10.
this.
This is
All
10,000 times better than the Brentford kit. But anyway, the last kit to review and to get away from this turmoil is Wolverhampton Wanderers. They've made a big change to their jersey. Sudo is the brand that is sponsoring them. They've gone something different. They bought their logo in the center.
Yeah.
It's a decent effort. Like there's nothing much you can do with a gold kit.
Exactly.
I would have liked a little bit of a design or a pattern or a gradient, but that's where Wolves, they never, tend to.
They don't do much.
They don't tend to innovate with their kits. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's a very standard effort. 6 on 10.
Same. Agreed. Like they've just changed the logo to the center, and that's so actually good. They've tried something, and it's not gone south.
Yeah.
It's not making it stand out, but it's not gone south as well. It could have easily gone south.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like, it's a decent kit. It's a 6 on 10 for me as well.
Like I said, the first effort from this sponsor, so they
Yeah.
might have wanted it to keep it simple. But I like the touch of the badge coming into the center.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a 6 on 10 for me as well.
Yeah, it's a decent effort. But yeah, with that, we've come to the end of reviewing the home kits. Let us know what you have made of it. Which kit, according to you, stands out and is a perfect kit. Let us know in the comments below as well. And also another reminder to get ready for the giveaway that we're going to do. Follow our socials, because that's where we're going to give the rules and regulations as to how you can enter. What I can reveal is that 2 big priorities have to be: you have to follow us on Instagram, and you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So get subscribing to the channel so that you have a chance of entering the draw, and you have a very good chance of winning what we have in store. You do not want to miss that. We have the away kit, also the list of away kits when all the teams reveal theirs. We're going to review and rank those kits as well. We'll be also here to talk about the major happenings that is going around when the Premier League starts. We're also going to review the teams. We're going to do our annual early predictions of the Premier League as well. That's where we started off last year. So
that was a bit mid-season, but this time we're going to be
but it's going to
just
be
before
a
the season
whole,
starts.
It's a whole circle that we've completed, nearly edging to 1 year for this channel. So yeah, we have a lot of content coming. So stay tuned for that. And until now, we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.